Hi, this is Rod Hodgman, Vice President of Marketing here at Avoka, and this is our Form Factory customer case study video. Let's get started. So this customer provides a service to other businesses. They maintain a field force of several thousand in-field service technicians that provide on-site building surveys as a service to their clients. And we developed for this customer 100 PDF smart forms, which represented all of the work orders and survey forms, intelligent survey forms that they needed to deploy to their remote, distributed, occasionally connected mobile field teams to perform those survey services. Now, creating 100 PDF smart forms is a task in and of itself, but what makes this customer really interesting is the fact that the way they decided to deliver that survey, that field survey information to their clients, was to integrate it directly into the customer's as-is business process. And the mechanism for doing that was to convert those 100 PDF smart forms, or whatever subset of those smart forms they used for a specific customer, into customer-specific derivative smart forms. And they estimate that their 100 forms used by their distributed workforce would be converted into up to 3,000 customer-specific PDF smart forms on the back end. So in total here, what we were going to develop was 3,100 PDF smart forms for this total process to work. So if you think about the challenge for this particular customer, as they went and added customers to their overall customer portfolio, they were going to significantly grow the number of forms that they needed to create. So let's look at some of the productivity gains that this team achieved. First, before we were introduced into the project, they had a small LiveCycle designer team that had produced 6 forms in about a 3-month time period. We introduced Form Factory into the development process, and that same team was able to create 24 forms in the next 3-month process, a 4x productivity improvement by introducing Form Factory into this development process. So those dramatic productivity gains turned into significant cost savings for the development of the first 100 forms. Using LiveCycle Designer and developing 6 forms over a 3-month period, the creation of the first 100 forms for use by the internal field force would take about $547,000. Using Form Factory, that would be reduced to a development cost of about $137,000. That's a 75% reduction in development cost for the development of the first 100 forms of this project. So those cost savings are certainly compelling, but here I want to examine the strategic and business advantage that was delivered to this organization by moving the development process to Form Factory. So if we look at what's really going on here is we're using these forms as the interface to the customer receiving this service, and so these forms are the long tent in the pole, as it were, for bringing customers online and getting them to revenue. So by using Form Factory, assuming that a customer was not going to use all 100 forms on average, let's say they were going to use 20 forms, using Form Factory it would take 72 days to develop those forms, those rich, smart, intelligent, interactive forms, and 72 days to bring that customer online. Without Form Factory, using the traditional development methods, creating those same 20 forms was going to take 287 days to develop. So now you can see not only cost savings, but accelerated time to revenue was achieved by moving to Form Factory for this organization. Well, we've come to the end of our Form Factory case study, and hopefully you've been able to see by spending a few minutes on this video the significant cost benefits and dramatic strategic and business benefits that can be achieved by rapidly expanding the number of people who can create LiveCycle services and significantly reducing the time and cost it takes to create these services. And although in this case study there was a significant number of forms that needed to be created, we have customers that are using Form Factory for installations that are as small as 25, 35, 40 smart forms, because it gives them an ability to take control and to be able to create their forms without having to be reliant on centralized IT services, and again to be able to create these forms in less time and less cost and be more responsive to changes in the external environment. So this is Rod Hodgman, and thank you for watching this Form Factory case study.